Hello YouTube and welcome to another Pokemon X and Y Wi-Fi battle. This is my 21st Wi-Fi battle. It is versus Passerby Ash. If you've been watching my battles in order, you'll have seen that I've been in a little bit of a funk recently with battling. I think I've had, 3 or 4 losses now in a row without a win, and so at this point I had just been training up new Pokemon and trying to come up with different combinations of the ones I had, battling random Passerbys, hoping to break it. And this battle, I'm bringing Jellicent, Dragonite, Terrakion, Mega Scizor, Greninja, and Donphan. And my opponent has an X-Cloud who I'd never fought yet, but it's really cool to see. I love I love Pokemon who aren't standard. He has Politoed, Floatzel, who is another one of my favorites, from Gen 4, Excadrill, Mega Scizor, and Smeargle. So let's jump into the battle. Alright, so here we start the battle. And Ash, I'm gonna guess he's leading with that Smeargle. That seems like pretty obvious and common thing. If you have a Smeargle on your team, you probably lead with it. So I led with Jellicent, thinking maybe, I don't know, I'm Ghost and stuff, so he immediately goes for Spore. I'm like, well, great. So I'm sleeping because he's faster. He sets up a Stealth Rock. And because sleep was made more fair this game, I wake up pretty quickly. Just slept for one turn, so I go for the Scald and I get the burn. And now I know, okay, well, one more Scald to KO him, but I decide to switch out. And I send out Donphan. Thinking I can, 1, Rapid Spin away, but 2, set up my own Stealth Rocks, and he actually goes for Sticky Web on the switch. I'm like, oh, fantastic. So now there's just 2 things for me to spin away, and I don't think, did he have a Ghost on his team? I don't think so, so I'm safe to just go for the spin here. Knowing that the spin would take him out anyways if he stayed in with the Smeargle, and if he switches, hey, that's fine. So, get rid of the rocks, get rid of the Sticky Web. His Smeargle's in, dead position, so everything's looking great so far. So I switch out from this X-Cloud to Jellicent, thinking, oh, he's normal. I can... Yeah, no. Has Scrappy, has that Boom Burst. It just wrecks my life. And it was a crit too, but I mean, still, even not a crit, it would have done half then, or over half. So I'm like, oh, Scizor, he's Steel, he can take that. No. And then here I'm really dumb, and instead of going for the Bullet Punch because he's obviously faster, it's Scizor's slow. Nope, I thought, oh, I'll just roost, and so I died. End of Mega Scizor immediately. So in comes Terrakion, I'm like, nope, that's it. Sick of it. Terrakion's just gonna start wrecking house. And he runs away, because he's normal, I'm Terrakion. Sends out the Smeargle. I'm like, yeah, whatever. I'd have preferred killing... I'm like, someone's dying here. So, this time it is the Smeargle that dies. And in comes Politoed. And Politoed's making it rain. I run away. I don't want Scald to burn me, or Will-O-Wisp, or Toxic, or all of those things that they're known to do. But, I'm like, well, there's a good chance I'll Scald, so Jellicent, Water Absorb, get some health back, Leftovers, get some health back. Okay, so Jellicent may not be a lost cause yet after getting that crit Boom Burst, that I didn't expect from Scrappy X-Cloud. So now I'm like, I'll get a Will-O-Wisp off. I was kind of expecting the switch into X-Cloud, thinking I'm going to go for a Ghost move, but he didn't. So his Politoed's burned. I was Toxic. Not a good position for a tank or kind of a wall tank thing like Jellicent. So then he uses Perish Song. I don't really get, if you're not trapping, if you're not, if it's not the last poke, I don't really get the point of Perish Song. Obviously, I'm going to switch within 3 turns. I mean, Jellicent, do you really want to force Jellicent out while he's toxic against a Politoed? Like, but hey, it is what it is. I'm not complaining. You know, I made very bad decisions back then, so no one to judge. So he switches Politoed out for Excadrill. I guess hoping that I'll immediately switch out, but I decided I'm gonna go for Shadow Ball here. Kind of I don't know if I was predicting that seemed obvious. If I was predicting that, I went for Scald. But anyways, so broke his air balloon. I get hurt by the Toxic pretty bad now. Perish Song count is down to 2. So now I'm like, I'll swap out. Donphan, take an Earthquake pretty well, I think. Yeah, I'll be able to take 2 of that, so. Goes for another Earthquake. Just kidding, I'm not able to take 2 of those. In Constrakian, like, I can just destroy your life here, so. Close combat, dead Excadrill. This Tracheon has just been amazing for me. I think it is, let's say, is it Jolly and I Scarf it usually, or else it might be Adamant and I don't know, I usually Scarf it. I think they typically are Jolly and Banded, but I like to Scarf mine because it hits hard. Anyways, so he sends in Scizor, Megas. I swapped out to Jellicent because I don't want to be close combating a Scizor. You know, getting those defense drops and letting him just like bullet punch or set up and, you know, roost and all that stuff. So in comes Jellicent. I'm like, I want to burn this thing real bad. But that was a little too obvious. He's gonna switch out to X-Cloud. But it wasn't too obvious. I was going for Scald. Oh wait, no. I wanted to, yeah, burning X-Cloud would have been okay, but I went for Scald since he's a special attacker. Hoping, you know, a burn would be sweet, but that extra damage is going to be more important. I'm not going to be able to stall out X-Cloud that long. So I survive a hit, and I go for another Scald, and I don't get a burn again, but it's all good. I did a good chunk of damage. I mean, Tracheon's still around. Can destroy X-Cloud's life. Only thing is, do I have anything left to take that Mega Scizor? Because off the top of my head right now, I mean, I don't know, let's see. Oh, so I have Dragonite. I think this Dragonite doesn't, I think it's Earthquake instead of Fire Punch, and that's just not ever a safe idea with all of the Ferrothorns and Scizors on everyone's teams. So, send out Dragonite, set up a Dragon Dance. He does more than half, even with the Marvel Scale, so, or whatever, yeah, I think, is it Marvel Scale? No, that's Milotic. I don't remember it. Maybe it is. Anyway, so I wasn't able to roost to full, which gives me a bad position here. But I do decide to roost. I don't think I can get to full. I was at, what, 83? 83. So I was 1 less than half. But Roost does give me that extra 1. I guess it rounds up the 1. So I'm able to get to full, take the Ice Beam easily, get my weakness policy, so I'm +3 attack, +1 speed now. Like, okay, things are good. So I'm hoping that he's like gonna run away here. So I try to, you know, get a Roost. No, I don't. I lied. I go for Earthquake. That'll be dead. In comes Floatzel. I don't know, do I have extreme speed? I think an E-Speed at +3 would have KO'd the Floatzel or taken it to a Sash that it may obviously have. But he's faster than a +1 Dragonite. Ice Punch, crits with a Life Orb. Crit wasn't important because I wasn't at full. Ice Punch would have killed me, but, you know, just crit because why not get a crit? flows a little faster than Greninja. This is, I think, when I discovered, oh, I have no IVs and stuff. So shortly after this battle is when I start to IV breed. I think there'll be a couple more before that, but anyways, I survive his waterfall in the rain. I go for the Dark Pulse, KO it after it had some Life Orb damage. I'm down real low now, and I'm not water type, so he's going to be able to Bullet Punch, take out the Greninja. And I'm trying to think, who do I have left besides Terrakion? Because how am I going to kill this Mega Scizor? Or am I? I mean, maybe I'm going to lose. I might lose here, actually. Is this going to be another loss? I don't even remember. But Bullet Punch. Oh, wow. Yeah. Stone Edge, not even, even a crit's not going to do a little more than half. I do get a crit, just doesn't touch more than half. Bullet Punch, that's going to be the end of the game. So, another loss for me. Like, comment, subscribe, friend codes, Pokemon you want to see me train. I promise there'll be some more wins coming soon, though, because I have a lot more battles to upload. A few more today. Have a good one.